I know. I've made so many videos on this already. But today we are going to be talking about the reprised raid again. And the only reason is because there are so many possibilities. It is not confirmed that they are bringing back a Destiny 1 raid, nor a Destiny 2 raid. So whatever they bring back, we have no idea what game it will be from. So at this point, I'm just going down the list of raids that are vaulted or that are still in Destiny 1. My name is Xenivore, and if you are new to my channel, please take a look at some of my other videos if this one did fully amuse you. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the topic. So we already talked about the Royal Return bundle, and that may be a huge leak on what raid is returning, i.e. the Leviathan raids, all 4 of them. And we already discussed why Wrath of the Machine may be a good candidate for the returning raid. However, we still have yet to talk about Crota's End. In fact, last year before we got King's Fall, I talked about how we would be getting Crota's End then, but now I have, I think, a little more proof than last year's video, but we will see. Anyway, starting off with the first reason, Crota is already a character model in the game, and there are so many examples. First was from the final mission in the Shadowkeep campaign, when you had to kill the nightmare version of him. And then, if you don't know this, but he is also a final boss in Dares of Eternity. The final room in which you kill Crota is also sort of in the game, but it's more of a red and black layout. Like I mentioned before, you do go into a nightmare version of the Hellmouth and kill a nightmare version of Crota, and here is the room layout. Now, those two things out of the way, what is the problem with Crota's End? Well, I think we can answer that here right now. Crota's End is too easy. I mean, come on, everyone. This is just a meme at this point. We know that Crota's End is too short and too easy, and we've talked about this multiple times. Crota's End needs more. I mean, that's kind of obvious. I mean, Crota's End is very short. I mean, I just repeated myself, but oh my god, there's 4 encounters, of course, which is normal for a raid. But, come on, is Death Singers really an encounter? Like, let's be honest, like, Death Singers is so easy. There's literally a triumph to do it in under, I think, a minute or 2 minutes. I'm not really sure. So, what I think they could do, for one, first thing, is make Death Singers an actual boss. And instead of having Death Singers, like, in the final room where you find Crota, or where you summon Crota, I think it should be another room, and Crota's crystal should also be there. And I think what happens is after you kill the Death Singer, I think that the crystal that contains Crota's soul should be moved or taken maybe by the Oversoul or something like that. I think the Oversoul should also have a way bigger part in the raid, but I'll talk about that later. But like I was saying, the crystal would be moved to the final room, and then that's where you would kill Crota. But that's still, in my opinion, not enough because the raid is still short, even with a longer Death Singers. So, Bridge Encounter, I think, should be moved further ahead. Let's go ahead and jump back to the first encounter with all of the Thralls. This has so much potential, but it is also a really fun encounter. Like, let's be honest, running through a fucking dark-ass pit with barely any light to guide your way, and a huge weight of darkness at your doorstep. It's pretty goddamn scary, but that's what makes it really fun. Like, imagine the Thrall Pit on day 1. Like, dude, that would be so fucking fun. I can't even imagine, like, all the teams trying to get through that, but they're just getting fucked over. So I think before you go into the pit, there should be another encounter, like, not just standing on the plate, but I think there should be a multi-step process to opening the bridge that leads you to the Hellmouth. And I think that's all the raid needs to adjust, but they could add a couple more things. I actually have a couple ideas. For one, if you didn't know this, Crota is actually one of the rarest boss fights we've ever gotten in Destiny, and this is because the roles are reversed. Normally, people who run Relic will stun the boss, while the majority of players do damage, but it's the roles reversed, like I just said. Instead of that, you'll have multiple people, usually running Galley, who will stun Crota, and then the person with the sword will do damage. I mean, that's pretty badass if you ask me. But this also means that there will never be a meta for killing Crota because the sword will always do the same amount of damage. So what I think needs to happen instead is once you get Crota to his final stand, the Oversoul opens up and everyone is teleported inside of it. And here, Crota is walking around trying to attack everybody, very similar to the final mission in Lightfall when Callus gets to his second phase. And basically the mechanic for this is one person will be chosen by the Oversoul to do damage to Crota, and they are forced to use weapons, while the other players are trying to distract Crota from actually attacking the damager. Now, I think that this is a really good idea, but obviously, you know, Bungie's gonna do their own thing. It's probably not gonna be anything like this. However, I think it could be really fun, and it puts a lot of pressure on the single player, and it's something kind of like King's Fall, when you're like, oh shit, I hope I'm not the runner, I've never done this raid before, I'm gonna get kicked, oh fuck, just some stuff like that. Now, it seems that the odds are against this theory, and Crota's End will most likely be the last candidate to return next, but I just wanted to put some faith into your hearts that Crota's End would not be that bad of a raid if it did return. And to be honest, if it did, I would not be upset at all. In fact, Crota was a good ass raid, and the armor, holy shit, it speaks for itself. I don't need to say anything further. But yeah, guys, leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. I want to see what you think about Crota's End returning. If you do not think that this is a solid choice, leave your opinion, why not, and I will reply as fast as I can. I will like your comment and hearts. Again, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you are new, take a look at some of my other videos. I'm very new to Destiny content, even though I've been playing the game since Destiny 1 released, and I am a huge fan of the game. Anyways, I will see you all on the next video. Feel free to subscribe if you want to. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and only you can help me. So hit that subscribe button if you want me to reach that goal. We are actually gaining really fast, guys. I saw that we gained like over 40 subscribers in the past like 4 days. I mean, that's just insane. I haven't seen that kind of growth since quarantine. So it's really nice to see that my hard work is paying off. All right, guys, I love you. Peace.